Hey guys, welcome back. So, Celys recently gave us some life updates. She talked about their living situation, when they get their gender reveal results, and why they had to rehome their dog. And as you guys know, Celys has been dealing with some unpleasant things like the doctor's office sharing her information and someone in her close friends leaking her ultrasound. So, Celys has now found out who the person was who leaked her ultrasound. Someone asked Celys for a story time, and she responded that she was sitting on it but didn't want to expose anyone. Now, although Celys didn't say any names, she did go into detail about it. She reached out to the person and got the story about how the ultrasound got leaked. So apparently the T page that posted the ultrasound told Celys who it was. And Celys does show some screenshots between her and the T page. But like I stated, Celys mentioned no names. She says she's in her mom era and that means taking the mature route. Now, someone did ask, is it Audie? And she said, no, that's my girl. So y'all can rule her out. Now, Celys also did talk about the doctor's office sharing her information. She shares her thoughts and what she plans to do with that. But if you guys want to hear exactly what Celys had to say, then just keep watching.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. Let's just start with our moving living situation. I'm gonna go in with this Anastasia brow gel. I'm like super congested in this T area, and I feel like it's gone way worse being pregnant, and there's only so many products that I can use. So I have a facial tomorrow, and hopefully my sister-in-law can just clear it all up. I'm gonna go in with this 3.5 concealer by Kosas. We actually signed a contract for a home yesterday. It's a beautiful area. It's right next to the hospital. So when I'm ready to give birth, boom, bow, bing, I'm gonna just need a lot of support during obviously my pregnancy. So we want to just be really close to my family. I'm going to go in with this liquid contour from Rare Beauty. It's shade Celys. As far as the house situation, that's kind of what I'm going to touch on today, and stay tuned for the future for like the house reveal and all that fun stuff. It is going to be like in a month or so, so we have some time. Now let's get into who exposed my ultrasound. Obviously, the big person that exposed my ultrasound was the T page. As far as the girl on my close friends, it's a sticky situation, and let me tell you why. One of the girls basically sent it to her cousin, and her cousin is the one that exposed it to the T page. And I have all of the screenshots. The T page actually DM'd me on Instagram, and I will put the screenshot here, and was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I honestly didn't think it was real. Blase, blase. Like, I don't really care for like the apology. I was just like, I appreciate it, but like, you did what you did. You know what I mean? So I have all of the receipts in the world. So sent me basically this girl that I did not know this girl. I was like, how did this girl even get this picture? So I go to her like mutuals, and I end up finding out who it is. And I end up finding out that her cousin's on my close friends. And actually, I thought was a really good friend of mine. Like someone that literally is always like hitting me up, reaching out to me, commenting on my photos, like just being like, she's always been such a girl's girl. She's been to like 2 of the parties that I've thrown. So I've met her, I've hung out with her. It's always been a good time. So it's just kind of like sad that this happened. I don't genuinely believe that she did it with ill intent. I think she sent it to her cousin just being like super excited. As much as I do think that's kind of like, I don't want to say like, the behavior is just kind of strange that you're sending that out to people, period. But you know, that's kind of what I get for like having 30 people on my close friends. I know like a lot of people are like saying like, girl, 30 close friends is not is a lot, like whatever. So I'm also putting that into consideration. I addressed the girl that was on my close friends. She explained everything. She told me that she's going to cut off her cousin, all these crazy things. She genuinely feels really bad. I will always remember what I felt during that time. I even told her, I was like, this brought so much unnecessary issues and drama and negativity into my life. And that one ultrasound, I feel like opened like a door to so much more negativity and people just like really trying to figure it out. And if that would have never been exposed, I feel like so many eyes wouldn't have been on me trying to figure out if I was pregnant or not. And moving forward, no, I'm not posting anything ever on my close friends. Like y'all thought I was gonna post my gender on my close friends, which I do find out my gender on Monday. And I have a whole shoot planned. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. Stay tuned. There's something else that I really want to address that I haven't really gotten the chance to. And as you guys know, my first trimester was a lot for me. And in the midst of all of that, we have 3 dogs. One of them was a like fresh puppy that we had just got. We had him for about 3 weeks, and then I found out that I was pregnant. If I knew I was pregnant or knew that I was gonna have a baby that soon, I would have never signed up for another puppy. There's just so much that I wish I would have done differently during that time. And so before I got pregnant, I was doing 90% of the work with the dogs. And mind you, I didn't film a lot of my first trimester, and if I showed you guys the drafts, you would see how miserable I truly was. I could not get out of bed for days straight. And so Pumbaa would spend a lot of time in his cage, and we just felt really bad because him and Rollo, our pit bull, they don't get along. They, as much as like we tried and we have the trainer and we were putting so much effort in, again, during my first trimester, I was of no help. And so it got to the point where we had to make a decision. It was like, we give away Rollo because it was either Rollo or Pumbaa. And obviously I wasn't going to do that to Justice and make him give away his dog that he's had for years and years and years. So we did decide to rehome Pumbaa to a friend of a friend. She has 3 other dogs, and she's such a dog lady. She's like 30 with no kids, so I'm really confident in who we decided to rehome him with. She also said we can come visit anytime, we can come see him, and I did tell her, I was like, whatever he needs, like I'm still down to like pay for like dog food, like whatever. Like it's still really hard for me because like there's times where we find like little like toys of his in the house and stuff, and it just like breaks my heart. And I wish my first trimester wasn't as difficult as I was, and I wish, maybe, I don't know, there's so many things I wish I could change, but I just can't at this point, and I feel like we really did make the right decision. As far as my doctor's office and the whole like HIPAA violation thing, I have to go through the DMs and go find exactly who DM'd me that, but this was again like a month ago, and I think I have a screenshot on my phone. It was just something that like I was obviously pissed off about in the moment and just brushed off, but now seeing how serious it really is and like lawsuits can be a thing, a bunch of things that I kind of knew of, I just didn't really know like too much of. Now that you guys are telling me all the like everything about it, I am going to try to look into what I can do and talk to my doctor and all those things, so I will keep you guys posted with that situation. Even though this Hourglass pressed powder was a pretty penny, I 10 out of 10 will always recommend this. This is shade Vanish Translucent. You need it. Like, if you're gonna invest in a makeup product, let it be this. 42 Make Me Blush, and the a shade Bella Super Suede. Like, do you guys see this? These are like my jam, and I've been getting asked a lot. You guys are asking me a lot, like, what is the blush that I've been using? This, you see? Do it like that. The Too Faced mascaras, I know I'm so late to the game, but it's the first mascara I'm picking up every single time. Little bit of liner, some Rare Beauty setting spray. I will never replace this powdered bronzer. It literally is the perfect shade. Okay, this is the final look. I know there's a lot of things changing right now, so everyone just please be patient with us, and we love y'all. Bye.
But yeah, guys, that was the end of the video. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments. That is all I have on this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.